Hello everyone, my name is Jamie Paris with Integration Development, and today we're going to take a deep dive into our UniFi Connect Driver for Control4. First off, where can you buy this driver? You can get it on drivercentral.io, and you can buy this driver individually. You can also buy it as a part of our UniFi Driver bundle, and then finally you can also get it as a part of our Cindev driver bundle, which is an all-inclusive bundle of our drivers that includes all the drivers we've ever made plus any of the drivers we're going to make in the future. So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about why would you install this UniFi Connect and what kind of use cases could you use it in your project. We have a lot of different use cases you can use it for. So the first one would be maybe some retail signage. You could show off certain promos or product videos, stuff like that. You could also use it in a restaurant or bar to show off certain menu specials. You could use it as a art display in a hallway gallery of a home or commercial office. You could also use it in your Control4 showroom to showcase project videos or pictures of some of the jobs you've done. You could also use it in Airbnb and rental properties to show off your guest Wi-Fi information, local attractions, or restaurant recommendations. Finally, you can use it for personal reasons as well. You could show a family photo playlist. You could trigger custom media to turn your TVs into a fireplace or an aquarium. And if you actually are using the Connect display, you could also use it for a family calendar or also trigger UniFi apps to show your Protect cameras and things like that. So now that we've gone over all the use cases, let's get into the setup of the driver. Once you've bought the driver and downloaded and installed them in your Control4 drivers folder, you can just search for Connect up here, and then you can go to manufacturer and say Ubiquiti Networks, and they'll all show up here. The first thing you want to do is install the gateway driver and set that up. And then after that is set up, you'll want to install either the Connect display or the Cast Pro. Depending on if you have one or both of those devices, you want to put those into the project as well. Once you set up the driver, you'll want to add in the gateway driver, you want to put in your IP address. You want to create a local user admin, put in the username and password. Once those are set, you'll say it's connected to the Connect. Once that's done, all you need to do is hit Add Device Drivers, and it will automatically connect these drivers to the devices you have in your project. The next thing you'll want to do to get all your media inside of the Connect is you'll want to go down here and hit Sync Media Cover Art. This will load in all your media files and all your playlists. If you have layouts, all those items. You'll see it's loaded in 22 media files and 404 playlists. Another cool feature that this has is the ability to add in custom media. This is mainly just to launch YouTube videos that you want. We have a lot pre-built for you already. Like I'll just show you the one that I added in. This is our playlist of tech support videos. But you're able to just title it and put in the YouTube URL, and we'll load it in as custom media for you to play on your Connect device as well. After you add in any custom media, you'll want to make sure you refresh your navigators to get it to show up. Now that all your media is loaded in, your driver is ready to use. So we're going to go ahead and hit the watch, and it uses the media server proxy. So you'll see here on the top, I have my custom media I can select from. I have my media pictures, I have my playlists, it shows what's currently playing and info, and then finally under the settings you can turn off your device, you can change your volume, you could change your brightness, all the features that are in the Connect settings you can change here manually. So currently it's playing this classic art photo right under my media. So let's say I wanted to play some custom media. I'd select the custom media. Let's say I want to launch this, I would just hit play media, and it starts launching that. It'll start playing that YouTube video without any commercials, which is great. And if I wanted to change it to the 4K fireplace, I could do that. So there's like the fireplace. Again, if I want to do an aquarium, let's just do the aquarium. So you can see how the custom media works. Changes between these things very easily. Cool thing, no commercials, no ads from YouTube. Now let's get into the programming options you have for this driver. So in each of the devices, you'll have your different events. So online state changed, power state changed, volume changed, display mode change, or media content changed. I could see you using maybe for media content change for, let's say at a bar, media content changed. If we wanted to say if the current media that is playing, let's say is the bar menu Taco Tuesday, right? I could use our integrator tools to do a voice announcement to say, attention guests, it's Taco Tuesday, ask your server for details, right? I can just come in here and do that with my integrator tools. And then you have a voice alert whenever, the media changes on the TV to make an announcement to your customers. So what's cool about all of our UniFi drivers, we add in all this conditional programming for you. So you could go off if the current content media is certain media, if the playlist is a certain thing, if there's an app running, custom media, and so forth. You can do programming off of each one of these conditionals, which is very cool. As far as commands go, you can cycle the power off, change the volume, brightness, auto sleep, those things. You can assign certain content, which we'll get into later. On the display, you can set YouTube URLs. You could do a web URL, and you could also select an app. I'm going to show each of those features individually. And then finally, with our gateway driver, let's say this is a bar or a restaurant, and you want to select multiple devices, right? So you say, I want to assign a playlist, and you want to assign it to all your Connect devices, right? You can go, I want all these devices. Then I could go here and let's say I want to do my bar menu, right? So I'm going to say bar menu, hit OK. It automatically shows the thing here. I could say this is my bar menu playlist. I want to go ahead and play that. So that's how easily you can grab, the content you want to play with your through your Connect driver. There are a lot more programming options you can do. What I've built for this is I built a whole bunch of custom buttons that I'm going to show now. So for example, you could say, if I want to launch a family calendar, right? I could go here and say when this button is pressed, family calendar to launch a URL. So how I did that is I went here and I just said I want this to launch a specific URL. So I went here and I loaded in my calendar URL. So if I were to go ahead and launch this, we'll go ahead and show that. I'm going to go ahead and hit the launch the family camera. It loads up your Google Calendar. You can also download the Google Calendar app since this is an Android device, and then you could just launch the app. You could sign in here, but you'd have to sign in every time. But that's just showing you how you can launch a specific website on there. So now let's say we wanted to launch the Protect app. I can just go ahead and hit my Protect app. It'll do the same thing. It's launching the Protect app. So you'll see here, there's the Protect app. I can go between my different my different programs or systems there and change it up that way. And how we did that is I just went into Protect app and I said instead of that I wanted to load an app, and then I'm able to just grab my app and load that in, so like that. That's how easily you can load in apps. Okay, now let's say that you have an Airbnb and you want to do your Airbnb playlist, right? So I'm just going to go to assign content and I'm going to just type in Airbnb here. There's my playlist. I'm going to grab that, hit OK. I'm going to move that in over here. I'm going to move it above my voice alert. And then let's go ahead and test this out. So I'm going to show this here. We're going to hit my Airbnb. Guests arrive.
Thank you for visiting our Vale home. Please direct your attention to our TVs for info about your stay.
So there you can show, things to do during your stay. It showed the guest Wi-Fi. You can show places to eat, things like that. So now let's say you're working with a bar and you want to show off 3 different display items, right? So we have Taco Tuesday, meal deals, and drink specials. You could, this is setting it up in UniFi. It's all set. So I'm going to save this. And then back in Composer, we could say, start this playlist, and then I'm doing voice announcements to explain each one of these specials, right? So let's go ahead and show that now. So here it is. We're going to hit the bar menu, and it will start launching.
Attention guests, who is ready for some tacos? Ask your server for details about our taco specials.
Here's the next one.
Who is hungry for some food? Ask your server about our $10 burger special or our free appetizer or dessert with the order of 2 entrees.
And the final.
Who's thirsty? Ask your bartender about our $3 beer and a shot specials going on now.
So that's how you can work with maybe a restaurant or bar to do certain voice commands while media is playing. Again, I did all the voice commands through our integrator tools driver. I'd highly recommend it if you haven't checked it out. It does all your types of notifications plus a lot of other custom programming items. Finally, let's say you wanted to launch a playlist of family photos, things like that. So in Connect here again, you could What's cool about these is you can add in transitions, you could add in background music. So for example, my daughter's graduation, I'm going to put a whole bunch of photos of her, and I have this connected to a video switch. So 4 TVs in the house will show pictures of her throughout her high school years playing some music, right? So you could do something like that in your home as well. And then you could just easily launch that again by just saying, I want to assign the content of that family photos. So let's go ahead and go check that out. If I say launch the family photos, they're just doing some generic family photos. Easily do that. Now let's say you have a showroom and you want to play videos of the projects you've worked on. You could just set it up to play a video playlist, which I've done here. So this is showing our tech series of videos that we've created. So there's the video of our tech series of all the driver installs that we're doing and stuff like that. So that's easily how you can set up this stuff in your system. So that's pretty much how our driver works in Control4. The options are endless. We hope you enjoyed this video and start using the Connect in your Control4 projects. If you'd like a private demo on how to install this or use it in your business, you can reach me at jamiep@cindev.com, and I'd be happy to set up a time to demo this with you and your team personally. Thanks again for watching. If you have any ideas or suggestions you'd like to see us add to this driver, please leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, have a great day and we'll see you on the next one.